Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about my Sephora sale recommendations. So I've gone through the entire Sephora website and I have made a detailed guide of my recommendations, and that is in my Shop My link. So I will go ahead and just kind of show you where to go. If you're going directly to my Shop My page, then at the top we have these little subheadings. You want to click on shopping guides and then Sephora recommendations. And you can see this is not just a list of products. I've actually put detailed information next to all of the products. And I've gone through and, these are not just the newest items to Sephora. These are some classic items, things that I have and love. I've even put in a few there that I just don't really love. I've updated everything on here. So definitely check it out if you're interested. So for the Sephora sale, the code is YAYSAVE. And from April 5th through April 15th, Rouge members get 20% off. All members get 30% off the Sephora collection items. So we'll talk about a few of those. I actually have one of the eyeshadows on right now. Let me just go ahead and swatch that real quickly. But this is one of the colorful shimmer shadows in 375 semi-sweet chocolate. And I really like this one. It's just a really nice kind of more of like a soft warm brown with a little bit of rose in there, and there's a subtle shimmer to it. It's not super glittery, but there is definitely a shimmer. So anyway, 4/5 through 4/15, 20% off for Rouge. 4/9 through 4/15, VIB members have 15% off and insiders get 10% off. So the sale's advantageous for those of you who are Rouge, possibly VIB, Insider. You can probably find better deals at other places for a lot of the products. So definitely look around. Let's go ahead and get started. We're not going through the entire list, but I'm just going to highlight some of the items from the list, and you can definitely go through my guide on your own if you're interested to look at everything I recommend. First up, and I'll put a picture here because I don't have it. This is new from Alpyn Beauty. And this is the Instant Bright Eye Dark Circle Firming Cream with niacinamide and peptides. I'm actually really curious about this, and it's a nice price point. So I have this in my cart right now. It's definitely something I would like to pick up. I did highlight a couple items from Alpyn Beauty that I have and love, ones I've used. I have actually used up an entire lip mask. And the lip mask, it's just a great lip balm. I was using it morning and night. Right now I'm out of it. But, once I need more lip balm, I'll pick it up. I've got quite a few going right now. Now my list is alphabetical, so we're going to go through these alphabetically as well. So from Armani, I want to highlight just a few things. We have the Armani powder blushes. I think those are great, and it's a really great time if you can get the 20% off. That would be a great time to pick those up. So there are quite a few shades from there that I really love. But my favorite is this shade here, which is number 51. And this one is one of the matte shades, and you can see it's just a really nice neutral soft pink. I think is great for any time of the year, but it definitely makes me think of spring and summer. So 51, that is definitely a favorite. I also wanted to bring up the Fluid Sheer products, and I have shade number 8. This is a really nice, more subtle liquid highlighter. And I have another shade from here as well, but it wasn't available on the Sephora website. So you can see here, you can definitely make this luminous and vibrant. It has a nice texture that pretty much sinks into the skin. So I do have a video on those if you haven't caught that yet. And then I wanted to highlight 2 other products. First of all, the Lip Power Satin Lipsticks. Those are one of my favorite lipstick formulas. I think their satins are just like the quintessential satin lipstick. I love the teardrop shape applicator. I think they're fantastic. The mattes are great too, but it's the satins that I really love from them. So I think they're just a little underrated. So definitely check those out. You can sometimes get a better deal on the Armani website. Sometimes during the summer, they'll do like some really great deals. But, you can't always count on that either. So I also wanted to bring up the new Armani lip glosses. And I'll put a picture here because mine are downstairs. But I've been wearing these for the last couple of days now, and I love the formula. I wish they had a better shade selection. These are, there are only a few shades, and they're pretty light on the lips. So I wish we had more shades, but the texture is great. They just feel They feel very smooth. They feel glossy without being sticky or oily. It's like the perfect mix. So I love the formula there. I think it's fantastic. I picked up 2 so far, but I might go ahead and pick up some more. But I do wish that they had more shades. So wanted to mention those. Some other items I feature on my channel recently, the Basma cream blushes. So these are worth picking up in my opinion. This is the shade Fuchsia, and they're just a really nice cream formula that again will really like last all day. You get a little bit of a sheen from the texture, but there's no shimmer or anything in there. So these are really nice. Bobbi Brown has some new eyeliner sticks. I actually already ordered some, but they are now on the Sephora website. So if you get the 20% off of them, great deal. I can't wait to try them. They look like the eyeliner version of their cream shadow sticks. So I think those are definitely worth checking out. And the new Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. I have to say, I really like these. I like the new liners. Previously, Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks would turn orange on me, but these do not. My 2 favorites are Rose to Fame, which is this one here, and the 90s pink. Now, I also have one of the mattes. I think it's a really nice matte formula, but I do, in general, prefer satin lipsticks. So this is the, red carpet pink. Sorry, not the 90s pink. So we have the Rose to Fame and the red carpet pink. These are the 2 that I use the most, and I really like them. Danessa Myricks, you can see it's new. I haven't used this yet, but this is the shade It Girl. It is one of her new Blurring Balm powder blushes. Oh gosh, I can't even get this thing open. But I really like this formula. I love her Blurring Balm powder in general. I think it's a great way to absorb excess oil. Works well during the summer. You only need a tiny bit. I think a lot of people go in thinking you'll use as much as you do with a regular powder. You really don't need much. And it's more of like a cream balmy kind of texture. Just barely dust that in. And yeah, I just think it's great. So I like to use it underneath foundation. The blushes, sometimes I use them underneath or sometimes on top of foundation. And I'm really trying to get this thing open. All right, here it is. So this is called It Girl. They're screw tops. And you can see we have a really pretty pink. I mean, look at the texture on that. You can see, it's really easy to pick up. And you get plenty of color, but you can kind of sheer it out and get a really light shade as well. So I think this is a great pink for summer, spring. It's just a really beautiful. You can see it's a little bit brighter. It's kind of like a brighter neutral pink here. So here's the Danessa Myricks and It Girl, and this is Basma and Fuchsia. You can see that they are, fairly close. The Danessa Myricks can get a little bit brighter, and I would say it's a little bit more neutral, whereas the Basma just runs slightly cooler. They're both neutral though overall. Dior, we've got some great Dior products at Sephora, but I'm really hoping that the new Dior spring summer collection, I guess it's summer collection, comes out while the Sephora sale is going on. It is due to come out, I think it's April 15th, so like the last day of the sale, but I don't know if Sephora will get it by then. So I'm crossing my fingers, but we definitely have some favorites that I would recommend from Sephora for Dior. My number 1 recommendation would be the new lipsticks. So the Rouge Dior lipsticks have been reformulated. I think the new formula is better than the previous formula, which doesn't happen often. The 670, it's actually not 670 in this formula, but they do have the rose blue shade in the satin formula. This is Mitza, and this one here is in the matte. And this is one of my most used. I absolutely love it. I think their mattes are comfortable. Their satins are great. I would highly recommend their new Rouge lipsticks. And I still love the rose blues in the Rouge Forever. I actually prefer that one a little bit over the new formula because the color is just a little bit more vibrant. And Sephora has the new Dior highlighting products. So we've got the Glow Maximizers. These are limited edition. I actually have this one on right now as blush. This is the shade pink, so it's a lighter pink. And then this one is kind of like a slightly more subtle version of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, but it's not as greasy in my opinion. I wear shade 0 in this. This is great for every day. These, I just think they're beautiful. So I think those are definitely products to take a look at. This one's permanent, but the Glow Maximizers, by the way, this is the Star Filter. The Glow Maximizers are limited edition. Now, Givenchy, they've released quite a few new products. We've got a couple of them at Sephora, but not all of them. One of my favorites though is this new mascara. This is the Lanturdi Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara. And this gives you fluffy, volumized, separated lashes. So keyword, they're still separated. So this is the mini size, but I already have a full size in my cart. So I really like this one. I think it's great. No problems with flaking or smudging or anything. So I think that is a really great one. We also have new shades of the Rose Perfecto lip balms and the liquid lip balms, which personally, I love both of those. So I think those are great things to check out during the sale. From Gucci, if you love the Gucci lipsticks, the new shades are available at Sephora. For me, I guess my favorites would be the bronzer. It's still my #1 favorite bronzer. I like shade 01. And I still love the Flora eyeshadow palette. The quality is nothing spectacular, to be honest, but it's not bad. It's just kind of like old-fashioned, I guess, like an older formula. It feels a little outdated in a way. But the color story I love, and the performance is still there for me. So I personally really like it, even though the packaging is so bulky. From Guerlain, we haven't seen the new items available at Sephora yet. So I'm hoping that those show up for the sale, but I did want to highlight this set because it's already on sale at Sephora. So you can see it's about $50 off right now. And then if you can get an additional discount on top of that, it might be worth it if you're interested in these products. So in this set, you have 1.7 ounces of the Youth Watery Oil, which is an iconic product from Guerlain. You also have a full-size eye cream and a full size of the lipstick balm. And this one's gonna be pretty sheer on the lips. You might get a slight pink tint to it, but no major color. Either way, I think it's a great gift. I also think it's a great set for a person to have. So other things from Guerlain, my favorites. So this is the Lavender Glow Kiss Kiss Be Glow Lip Balm. I love this one. And you can see I've used this one a ton. This is my favorite. I use it all the time. I also really like the Blossom Kiss shade, but this is my favorite. I would highly recommend that. Now, the big thing with the Guerlain items here is, I don't know what's going on. Is Sephora going to be carrying Guerlain still? They have all of the shades of the lip balm available, but they don't have, they haven't received the new items like the lip oils yet. And a lot of their other items were they're very low in stock. So I'm not sure what's going on there. So if you're interested in any of them, I would definitely take a look while they're there. Now from Hourglass, I want to mention the new lip pencils that came out a few months back. These are one of the best lip pencil formulas. They go on smoothly. They're creamy to go on, but then they set and they don't budge. They stay all day. I mean, they're really incredible. The only thing is I don't love the shade selection because the shades do run fairly warm. So just something to note, they're going to look a bit warmer in person than how they appear on the screen. And so I wish they had some cooler shades, like a nice rosy pink and things like that. But I absolutely love the formula. So I would definitely recommend those. Ilia has a new foundation and concealer stick. Let me know if anybody's tried that. I'm curious about it. I might pick this one up. It looks like it might be something nice for summer. So I'm really curious about that. So that's on my wish list. From Ilia, I would also highly recommend their tinted lip oils. Those are one of my favorite glosses. I love Maybe Violet and Only You. Those are my top two. And I have to say, I use them a lot. I've actually repurchased both of those shades. La Mer, they have some items from La Mer at Sephora. They've been slowly expanding what they've been carrying from La Mer. So they have the new what are they called? The lip volumizers. I always want to call it a lip maximizer. But you can see they're very, very sheer. You're not going to get a ton of pigment. This one here is the berry shade. And I have to say they're comfortable. They're really nice on the lips. They're, you're not getting a ton for the price per se, but for La Mer, I say that they are fairly priced, nice colors, really nice formula. So if you are interested in those, it's a good opportunity to get those on sale. And I'm also interested in the new Lancome L'Absolu Rouge Intimate lipsticks. So I've already picked up a couple, but we've got some new shades at Sephora. And yeah, I think they look beautiful. I really like the formula from what I've tried so far. So those are on my list as well. And I've recently featured the LYS Glow Blush Sticks on my channel. Those are a new favorite. They're going to be perfect for summer. They last all day. They're an illuminating blush. They're gorgeous. They're very pigmented, so you can use them underneath your foundation or just go sparingly on top. But I think they're fantastic, so I really like those. I might check out some other products by them. Let me know if you have any recommendations. Makeup by Mario, if you're looking for a neutral eyeshadow palette, the new Master Mattes, the Neutrals, is pretty neutral. So I think in photos it looks more like cool neutrals, but in person it's neutral. So we do have, one or two cooler shades and one or two warmer shades, but overall it's a neutral palette. One thing I'd like to highlight from the brand though are his new satin lipsticks. Those are a phenomenal formula. They are smooth, they're glossy, they're hydrating, and they last. The only thing is, a lot of the shades, they are highly pigmented. So you don't really have any like soft, cool shades. So I do hope that they expand that line, but I'm picking up more of those. I think they are great. And, I really like them. And I think they're a really nice formula. And it's a great way to get some like nice bright pops of color for the summer without paying some of the more luxury prices like Hermes. So I would definitely recommend those. Also on my wish list is the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. I've heard great things about this. Please let me know if you've tried that. My issue is trying to figure out which shade to get, but that is in my cart right now. I have a couple shades in my cart right now, but can't wait to try that out. If you're looking for hand creams, I would definitely recommend the Necessaire Retinol hand cream for overnight. That's typically when I like to use hand creams, is overnight, because then I'm not doing anything. I don't have to worry about, oh, I washed my hands, I need to replace, or, greasy textures, anything like that. But the retinol one is actually moisturizing. I thought it would be a little bit drying, but it's not. I think it's a really great formula. I've already finished one tube and I've got 2 more right now as backups. Oribe has a new product. It is the Gold Lust Dry Heat Protection Spray. So I usually let my hair air dry and then I style it after it's already been dry. So I like to add some sort of heat protection spray. So this new spray looks like it's made just for that purpose. And so I would definitely plan on picking this up and trying it out. I think it's going to be a really great product for me. I prefer using a spray versus like a cream or a mousse. So I think it's going to be fantastic. And I'm crossing my fingers. Let me know if you've tried it, but that is in my cart. The new Pat McGrath Under Eye Setting Powder in Pink is now on the Sephora site as well. I love the white one, which is the one that I have. She's got some other shades, but I think it's great to just kind of rub your finger over the top and just pat underneath the eye. You really get blurring. You could use this all over the face, and I've definitely done that. It lasts forever. So I'm definitely interested in looking at the pink one. Overall, though, I would say you're going to get better deals from the Pat McGrath website. So, I would recommend purchasing there over Sephora. Now, the number one brand that excites me for the Sephora sale is Prada Beauty. So Prada Beauty, it came out last year at Selfridges and it made its way to the US, aside from the Prada Beauty website. It made its way this year, and it's kind of had a gradual rolling out at different retailers over the last few months. And Sephora has, a great selection of the products. Pretty much everything's there makeup wise. We don't see the brushes, but this is a great opportunity to get it on sale. So I love everything I've picked up from Prada. So I've actually picked up, I have 3 of the foundations, so 1 full one and 2 of the refills. You can see that the refills can be used as they are. My perfect shade happens to be LC5, but I've tried a few to kind of get there, and I think it's a beautiful satin matte, light to medium coverage foundation. I really like it. The lipsticks are great. You can get full pigmentation. They use a white or a black base depending on your formula, so that you're really getting kind of true to color shades there. So it's not a shade that's going to like look different in the tube than it does on the lips. So I think that's really helpful. And the eyeshadows, they're some of my favorites. So this one here, I've been using a lot. This is number 3, and we have 4 different formulas here. So this is great for an eyeliner, but you can just use it as a matte. Then we have a matte, a satin, and a shimmer. And if you take out your pop of color, you've just got a great neutral eyeshadow palette. So I think the formulas are great, and they are one of my favorite brands now. Definitely the best brand that came out of 2023. So I'd highly recommend picking something up on sale while you can, because I haven't seen them on sale anywhere else yet. Salt and Stone is a new brand to Sephora, and I've heard great things about their deodorants. Let me know if you've tried them. I'm thinking of picking one of these up to try one out and see how great they are, but really interested in that. As I mentioned, the Sephora collection, 30% off from April 5th through April 15th. And they've got some great products. This is a great way and a great time to purchase items that maybe you want to try out colors that you don't think you're going to wear very often, or you just want to kind of test out some different colors. Maybe you're, checking your seasons or something like that. But they've got some really great formulas. So in general, I like their eyeshadows. Again, I have this one here, which is Semi-Sweet Chocolate, number 375. And I've recently featured this contour shade. This one here is the Fair to Light shade. This is great though as contour, but also as a really nice matte taupey eyeshadow. I mean, look at that. It's gorgeous. And you've got some great price points there. I also think their lip liners are really great. So this one here is my favorite. These are made in Korea, by the way. This one here is shade 25 Bellflower. And let me just put it here. You can see it's kind of like a purpley mauve. I just think it's a really great shade. It's unique. I have not come across a shade like this in any other brand yet. And this works so well with things like the Tom Ford Sugar Glider, anything of that kind of hue where you've got a little bit of purple in the lipstick. Now, as for Sephora Favorites, this is usually the time when you can get a great deal, because Sephora Favorites, those are sets that were curated by Sephora where you're already getting a discount on the product. So if you can get an additional discount, that's great. So I've highlighted here a couple that I think are great. We've got the Fresh Face Makeup Kit and the Clean Me Up Kit. I think those two look like really nice sets. They also make great gifts. They also have a mascara set, which I really like because you get a voucher for a full size, but I'm not thrilled with the selections in there, so I didn't include that. But I also think this Clean Hair Care Bestie set is awesome. So I love their hair care sets. You've got great travel size products. When I travel, I always bring my own like shampoo and stuff. So these sizes that's what I like to bring with me. You also have a full size product in there. But some of my favorite products are in here, like the Fable Mane hair oil is in there, the Vegamour Hydrate Mask, which it's seriously amazing. That is my favorite hair mask, and I have already gone through 2 tubs of that since I tried it last year. It's phenomenal. So I would recommend the hair care set. The Sun Safety Kit, that's one I buy every year. This year, I don't think it looks as good. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get it or not. I probably will because I love having all of those to try in the different sizes. But it's just, not as good of a value as we've seen in the past. So I'm not sure about that. Then the Shani Darden Skincare Cleansing Serum. I just tried a travel size of this and I loved it. It's like a serum that removes your makeup and cleans your face. So instead of a cleansing oil, you have more of a serum texture. So it's a little lighter weight. So I think it's really great. Supergoop, they have a new skin tint. I'm curious about this. So I've heard mixed reviews. Let me know if you've tried it, what your thoughts are, but I'm probably going to pick up one of these to test out. Definitely curious about that. Then Tatcha, I think, a lot of times you can get better deals at the Tatcha website directly. So I usually wait to order there. But if you're looking for SPF products, the new sunscreen, I'm using this every day. It's not a new sunscreen. It's new packaging of the one that was in the square container, but it is fantastic. And I use this as a primer as well. Like it does double duty. So I think that's fantastic. And I love the new Kissu lip tints. So these are not like the Kissu lip mask. They are a tinted lip balm and they have SPF. And usually these SPF lip products, they don't taste very good or they don't smell good. There's always something that I don't love about them, but these feel like a regular lip balm and they have SPF 25, no scent, no taste. So they're definitely worth picking up. This shade here is Plum Blossom, which is kind of a peachy shade here. The new Tom Ford summer collection is at Sephora. So I have ordered that already. I don't have it as of the time of this filming yet, but definitely can't wait to try that. I'll have a review up on that as soon as I can. So stay tuned for that. And then I also want to highlight Valentino. So Valentino, their brightening concealer, Absolutely love that. I'm on my second tube of that already. It's fantastic. It's lightweight, so you're not going to get full coverage with it, but I really like it. And then these came out last year. These are the Liquid Rossos, and you can use them as lipstick or blush. This is one that I use a lot. This is shade 109R. And I just think they're a great formula on both the lips and the cheeks. And usually these duo products I think are good at one and not the other. But these are a favorite of mine. So I've actually not repurchased shades, but I've added more shades to my collection since I made my original purchase, and I love them. I also love the Valentino blushes and their lipsticks. So I think you can't go wrong with any of those. As I mentioned, the Vegamour Hydrate Hair Mask is phenomenal. I definitely love that. And from Westman Atelier, we have the Eye Want You Mascara in the brown shade. So this is the new mascara. It is not the same one that had all those bad reviews years ago. This one came out last year. They have a brown that is a limited edition. So I'm going to pick up another brown while it's still available. But this is a fantastic mascara. I really like this one for natural everyday lashes. And then of course we have the new YSL Love Shine lipsticks and the eyeshadow quads. So those are a great time to pick up some of those as well. So I hope this was helpful. Definitely check out the guide I have, and I'll leave the link down below in the description box. But let me know what you're interested in picking up, what's on your wish list, and what you end up picking up from the sale. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you very soon. Have a great day.